Hey, what is up, everyone? Back with another video from the Weather Hub, and today we are going to be reviewing the official peak fall foliage forecast. That's right, folks. Fall is around the corner, and we're going to be reviewing your peak fall foliage, depending where you live out in the continental United States. If you don't, well, you can still if you want, you can still watch, or you can go find a different video on your For You page. I don't care. Anyway, let's get on with the video. But before we do that, sorry, I would like to apologize for my break. My parents were at LA for 2 weeks, so I couldn't really make videos during that time, and I also wanted to take another break because I just started school, and it's quite stressful because, school starting, bunch of tests, paperwork, that sort of thing. Anyway, we are going to be reviewing this forecast layer by layer, telling you guys what it all means and how it will affect you this awesome fall season. Okay, so first off, we have the darker brown areas. You can see a darker brown area, and we have darker brown areas in northern Montana. We have it also in southern Montana and up like the high elevations. Same for here in Washington, in the dark brown area. We have high elevations here in northern Pennsylvania, and we also have some up here in Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. This area means that your peak fall foliage this fall will be in late September. So yeah, we're right on the brink of that. So if you live in any of these areas, which is probably like one or two of you, that means that you're going to be experiencing your peak fall foliage in the next week or so. As I'm recording this, it is 8:35 p.m. on the 17th of September. Next up, your lighter tan area. Your lighter tan area represents early October as your peak fall foliage. So, these areas, North Dakota, Minnesota, Michigan, Wisconsin, parts of Washington, most of Wyoming, most of Montana, some parts of Idaho, some parts of New York, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Maryland. We got parts of New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, and another part in New York. This area means that you'll experience your peak fall foliage in about 2 weeks. The cities included in this will be Seattle, right on the edge of there, and also Buffalo will be included in this early October fall foliage. Next up, your dark red colors represent your peak fall foliage this year being in mid-October. So, for example, Salt Lake City, Minneapolis, those are the two cities that you could be in, main cities. Now, and Seattle, too. And the areas include, this is a lot more. We got almost all of Washington now included. Northern Oregon. Yeah, almost all of Idaho. All of Montana. Almost all of Wyoming, just a little spot right there. North Dakota. Northern Minnesota. Northern Wisconsin. The upper peninsula of Michigan, and a bit of the lower. Now we got most of Pennsylvania. The Appalachian regions of Virginia, Maryland, and West Virginia, almost all of New York now, and pretty much most of Maine at this time. There's one small detail, which is there's supposed to be some dark red right here. There wasn't, though. I decided not to add that, but keep in mind that means mid-October. Right down there. Speaking of the red color, red is your next one, which is most likely the biggest, if not the second biggest area. Now, this is probably about half the country in this area here. And it represents that you will have your peak fall foliage in late October. So now, included in all that we've covered, so our new cities added would be Portland, Salt Lake City, which is on the frame here, Denver, Chicago, Indianapolis, Detroit, Pittsburgh, Boston, Washington, D.C., Kansas City, Denver, yeah, lots of cities. That's why I said this might be the biggest region. So now, all the states that are in this area, or at least partly, I know I said, but these just because these are smaller areas. Now you got, now you got the coast of Washington, most of Oregon at this point, the rest of Idaho, northwestern Montana. Oh yeah, dark red also has some Sierra Nevadas in there. Same with the red. You got now basically most of Utah, just some southern areas. Almost all of Colorado. All of Wyoming is now included that we've covered. Most of South Dakota is included in this red. All of Nebraska is. Southern Minnesota, geez, I forget stuff sometimes, is in this red area. Iowa, you got northern Missouri. Get it, Missouri. Anyway, I'm bad at jokes. You have Chicago and Illinois in this area. Same with southern Wisconsin, Indiana, most of Kentucky, and the rest of the Appalachian regions. Oh, you got Ohio. Now almost all of Pennsylvania except for like, the Philadelphia area is included. You now include, yeah, and there's no cities. Oh, and you also got Boston here in the red. That, and like Massachusetts and the rest of, like, New England. And that is your red area, which means you will have peak fall foliage in late October. So, I would say roughly around a month from now or so. Next is your orange color area. This area includes Oklahoma City, Kansas City, St. Louis, Memphis, and Nashville, and Atlanta. This means that your peak fall foliage will be in early November. For example, you have now the rest of Oregon, Northern California, most of Nevada, southern Utah, just a little sliver here is in the yellow. Northern Arizona, northern New Mexico, the rest of Colorado, basically all of Kansas, basically all of, Oklahoma. Then we have the Texas Panhandle in this, northern Arkansas, southern Missouri, southern Illinois, west of Tennessee, and some parts of northern Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi, also included. Now you got this yellow region, which represents your peak fall foliage in mid-November. The areas included is Las Vegas, Albuquerque, Dallas is right on the fringe there, and that's it. That's your yellow area. This area now includes most of California, southern Nevada, another part of northern Arizona, southwestern New Mexico, most of Texas, southern Arkansas, northern Louisiana, all of Mississippi, but pretty much, the rest of Alabama, Floridian Panhandle, the middle part of Georgia, I forgot what they call that. You got South Carolina and the coast of North Carolina. Oh yeah, in your orange region, you also have Washington, D.C., New York, and Boston is also on the fridge there. That's also in your orange area. I forgot to mention that. And then lastly, you have your green area. Your green area means that you really don't see your fall foliage. Like, the leaves might die, but you won't really have much of fall. It's more of just from summer to winter, if you know what I mean. And if you're a southern viewer, please tell me what it's like so I can update the forecast, because we're doing another one in about a week or so, just so we can have a final foliage forecast. So in your green area, you're going to have Los Angeles, Phoenix, San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, New Orleans, Jacksonville, and Miami. And this will include the rest of the country. Now that is going to wrap up our 2024 fall foliage forecast. I hope you enjoyed. Please make sure to like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, as it boosts the channel a lot. And even just sitting here and watching the video all the way is awesome, so I keep on bumping my mic. I hope you have a wonderful night, wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, wherever you are. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.